Welcome back. Today we have I guess the third problem or the fifth problem of the first 150 problem in LEETCODE. Today we have problem number 169, majority element. Give an array called nums of size n, return the majority element. The majority element is the element that appears more than n divided by 2 times. You may assume that the majority element always exists in the array. Okay, so we have this example. So the majority element will be majority element will be 3 because it appears 2 times and we have 3 here. The majority elements, I guess it's quite obvious, it's 2 because we have 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 divided by 2, it would be like 3.5 or 3, and the appearance of 2 is 4, so it's equal to or bigger to. So in my head, the way we can solve this problem, it's like there are 7 solutions to solve this problem, and we go through all of them in videos. Each one has its own video, and yeah. So how we can do this one? Let me make it bigger. So this one I will use a brute force. I don't know if I'm yet. I will a brute force solution. So basically what I'm going to do is that I will loop through each element, like I'll loop through 2 and try to find, I'll loop again to compare each element to all the other elements, and I'll try to find matching, and I'll create like a count variable to know how many occurrence for each element. And after having a count variable, I will compare the count variable to the n divided by 2 and see if it's equal to it or bigger than it. If it's equal to or bigger than it, I will return it. Otherwise, I would not. I will continue looping. So let's just try to do it here. So first, I will just I'll say let. Also call it I'll call majority count, and this one will equals math.flow the nums dot length divided by 2, so we know the majority count. After that, I'll make loop for let num of nums. Okay, and I will say okay, I'll create a count variable, and I will give it a 0 as an initial value, and I will say okay for lm of, I could make for normal for loop, but I'm just trying to make for of to just make it different. So I'll make for lm for lm of nums. I will say if lm equal num, the count will be plus. And if that was the case, I will say if the count is bigger than the majority count, I will return num. And otherwise, if it didn't work, we return minus 0. Let's see if this will work. Let's run. It did work on the 2 cases. I guess if I submit it, I will get limited exceeded because this is 1 is O of n squared. I guess I get time limited exceeded. Anyway, but it was a good solution to start with, which is a brute force solution. So let's just try to describe the solution and talk about how it did work, or how it works actually. And in the next videos, we'll try to find better solution than this one. So first, we define the function we call a majority element that takes an array called nums as its parameter. Okay. After that, we calculate the majority count as a half of the array length. This value represents the minimum count required for an element to be considered a majority element. After that, we could use a for of loop, iterate through each element num in num's array. Inside the loop, we initialize the count variable, which write this count variable, which will be used to count the occurrences of the current element num. After that, we use another for of loop to iterate through each element, which in called elem, in the num's array again to compare it to the current num. Okay. If the element is equal to num, if elem equals to we increment the count by 1. After counting all occurrences of num, we check if the count is greater than the majority count. If it is, then we the current num, this current num, it's returned. We return it. If not, if no majority element is found after the loop, we return -1 to indicate that there's no majority element in this array. And yeah, that's it. This is how it works. It was quite easy, simple, and to understand. It's quite easy to do and simple to understand. And maybe in the upcoming videos, we will try to find better solution than this one. So that's it for today's video, and I hope you like my content. And if you like my content, make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell so never miss a video. And see you in future problem.